Yes, people. How are we all doing? Welcome to the Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspur preview. Now, massive game today. Really big game. There's a for what I believe this football team can do, what I believe we can achieve. We cannot afford to drop points. We can't afford to drop points now. And with that being the case, we have to win every single game. And today is a big one. Last year Tottenham at home last year was the one that really cost us the league. If you want to look at it in that way, obviously it was when Heung-min Son scored, Luis Diaz scored, and then we drew 1-1. But today it's a little bit different. Today it really is a little bit different. There's a lot on the line today. There's a lot on the line today. I haven't seen the results elsewhere. I haven't looked at them for a little bit now. I'm going to try and pull them up. But I know that Newcastle were drawing with Southampton, which is good for us. And what was the other one? United, Aston Villa. I know United were winning that, and I don't know if they're still winning that or what's going on there. But we've got to focus on ourselves. We've got to do our job first, and our job is getting the win today. And the team is out. And it's I like it. I like it because I believe that with the system that we're playing, the plays that he's put in really suit that system. So let's just look at it this way. He's went for Alisson in goal. We've gone for Trent at right back. We've gone Canate, Van Dijk, Robbo, bog standard defence. He's gone for Fab, Jones, Elliott midfield three, and he's gone for Diaz, Gakpo, Mo, Salah. Now, Harvey Elliott is the surprise inclusion for most people. I'm on board with that idea. I believe that with the way we've got it set up with Harvey, with the way this setup works in terms of the right centre mid, what Henderson was doing was awful. Henderson did not understand the right centre mid role. I think Harvey Elliott, with the way he naturally plays, is going to be perfect for that right central midfield role. I really do. I've got lots of high hopes for Harvey Elliott. If you don't already know, this shirt has Harvey on the back. It's got Elliott on the back. Yeah, I'll get up and show everyone because why not? If you can see there, Harvey Elliott 19. So I have a lot of trust and faith in the boy Harvey. But it's a big game for him. Obviously, most people would have expected to see Thiago get the nod. I don't think Thiago suits that position. I think if you're going to bring Thiago and you bring in Jones's role, but you can't drop Jones at the minute because he's doing so well. The other one is Diogo Jota. I don't know if he's on the bench or not. If he is on the bench, then it's a good thing. I'm buzzing to see Diaz. What's this? Name a car for an edit. BMW M8. There's an old car that we used to have. Anyway, let's get through the comments on the old YouTube. Man like Hazy, yep. If you didn't see on Never a File yesterday, go watch it. Ozan Kabak donated 10 quid, and I had to rap Hazy for an entire verse, which was not exactly fun. Diaz and Jones on the left, I'm not sure it'll work. I think it will. What I believe Diaz and Jones can do, you've got to think as well, on that side, you've got Andy Robertson, even though he's at left centre-back of sorts, Andy Robertson loves to bomb on. He loves to get forwards. And that gives us the width. Jones is very good at going either in or out. That's one thing we got to give him a lot of credit. Curtis Jones has really good game intelligence to know whether to go in or out on his attacks. So, with that being the case, with what Luis Diaz has done, Luis Diaz is just getting back into form, getting back into, match sharpness and all that stuff that I need. So he's going to be the one where you're looking at it going, he might be a little bit off to start off with. So having what Jones and Robbo do, which is a lot of chemistry together at the minute, that's going to be fine, really. Big up, Tom. Your rapping video yesterday was class. Yep. I'm never living that down. You should start doing match reactions. I might do one tonight, like midnight time, a match reaction for this game and going over the rest of the games today. I might do. I don't make any promises because I'm normally too drunk by the time it gets to match reaction time. My prediction, 2-1 Liverpool. Big ups, I said 5-1 Liverpool. Tally ho, Tom. Big ups yourself, Gary. Last season against Spurs, I will never forgive Klopp starting Henderson over Keita when Keita's last game scored the winning goal against Newcastle. Yeah, last year it wasn't great. Last year really wasn't great from old pal Jurgen. That game did cost us the league. In reality, we should have beaten them, but it cost us the league and we threw it away, which is really disappointing, but it's what it is. Ryan Mason may be a lovely fella, but don't make you a good manager. United threw that Spurs game away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like that was a thing. Oh my god. Thiago's not. Oh, Thiago's injured, isn't he? Oh, you're messing with me. Thiago's injured. Oh my god. I've won. Hassam can't beat me. I've won. Hassam cannot beat me. I have won. I said Thiago couldn't play the role. He's not able to play the role. He's injured. Great. I think we went 4-1. No Henderson. I thought I would never see the day. It's a big thing that. It's a good thing he's dropping Henderson as well. It is a really good thing he's dropping Jordan Henderson because it's setting the precedent that you can't just play bad. You can't just play awful. You can't just play off the boil and get away with it. I like to see that from Jurgen. I really, really do like to see that from my man Jurgen. Well, he's not my man, considering most people know my thoughts on his situation. We've got legs in midfield. This is what I like. I like Jones and Elliott together because I believe they've got something to work with. I believe there's a lot of youthful energy. There's a lot of front-footed nature to it. Both of them want to attack, and that's a really good thing. And I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to attack. We're trying to go for it, which I really, really like. Teams to play Tottenham is Alisson, Trent, Canati, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Jones, Elliott, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz, with Kelleher, Gomez, Milner, Henderson, Jota, Tsimikas, Nunes, Carvalho, and Matip on the bench. Fabio Carvalho's made it on the bench. He's made it on the bench. Big up yourself for deal as well on the TikTok. Luis Diaz showed good signs against West Ham. Luis Diaz is fantastic. I believe that he's getting underrated by a lot of people because we haven't watched him in a while. Luis Diaz is fantastic, and I'm going to say a wild card in a sense for our team. He's a wild card with what he brings. We don't have any other player who can do what he does in terms of the creativity levels. We don't. We severely lack that. So I love watching Luis Diaz. I think he is the best left winger we have at the club in terms of natural ability. But would I have started him today? I would have probably not done. I probably wouldn't have done. I probably would not have done. I probably still would have stuck with Jota, but apparently he's a little bit injured. Spurs lineup is out. Their front three is scary despite their form attack still quality. Let's go have a look at their lineup. Where is it? Tottenham. Fraser Forster, Romero, Dyer, Davies, Porro, Højbjerg, Skip, Perisic, Kulusevski, Kane, Son. That's beatable. That is so beatable. That's actually quite bad. That really, really stinks. That really, really stinks as a lineup, that Tottenham team. We should be putting 3 or 4 past them. No worries. Big ups yourself, Ryan. Thiago not on the bench. He might be injured. Probably broke his arm with that handball the other day. I don't know what he's injured with this time. It is a little bit annoying now. It really is a little bit annoying. Big up yourself, LSC DJ in the comments. 3-1 Liverpool. Salah get 2, Jota get 1, and Kane get 1. I'd love that. Liverpool just need to focus on themselves, win every game, see where it takes them for me. That's more important than what other teams do. I don't expect favours from other teams. I agree. We just got to do what we do and hope for it. Elliott and Jones mid kind of worried now. I like that midfield. Yeah, sorry to say, but we need to move on from Thiago. Again, yes and no. We need to move on in the sense that he can't start. We can't be trusting on him to be a starter because he can't do that. But move on from him, I don't agree with, because he can still get you through 30 games a season. You just got to manage his games better, which we haven't done all season because we've been that bad. Where are we? I can't lie, I've said this before, don't rate Elliott highly. But with this new system, I think that role might be perfect for him. I agree. Look, you've got to look at that midfield. And have a little bit of optimism about it because it's so youthful with energy. And it's so front-footed. And it wants to prove a point, and that's what we need. I'm sick of seeing Henderson. Obviously, we all would have wanted Thiago to play because Thiago's a good player. Thiago is a good player, and we are better off when your best players play almost. But out of the options that are available, I love Harvey Elliott. I think there's a proper player in Harvey. And I think the club just needs to trust him more with what he does. The club just needs to trust him more. And this is a big step today. He needs to take this chance today. He really does. He needs to do something akin to what Curtis has done in the past 5 games, where you come in and you make yourself undroppable, because that right centre mid spot is up for grabs for the rest of the season. And I think Harvey can take it. Have Newcastle just scored? Oh, are you messing? Oh no, it's offside. Thank God. Thank God. And Spurs don't have a serious midfield. Spurs midfield is awful. Spurs midfield stinks. Let's just make that clear and obvious. Højbjerg and Oliver Skip, that is worse than ours. That is so much worse than ours. And ours hasn't been good all season. We have to play Carvalho more as well. I agree in a sense that I love Fabio Carvalho. I think there's a proper little player in Fabio Carvalho, but he doesn't suit the system, and I don't think I think I'd want to see him play in his natural position. I think that's been my biggest gripe this season. We bought one of the best young 10s in the Championship, and they refuse to play him as a 10. So I'd want to see him get an opportunity as a 10. Because I think the system we play close to a 10, but it's what it is. I'm happy with Harvey starting. Spurs were 2-0 down to Man United, though. Thought it was over, but that was at home this away. They've not been good or pulled off good results. Best to be patient, to break them down. Spurs are just awful. And I know they got that result against United, but that was because they were at home. Like Anfield, we should be getting the job done. We should be getting the job done quite easily at Anfield. Thiago's injury prone, another injury. This guy, man, that is his problem. He's so good when he's fit, but another injury. Why are we surprised? That is very true, and that's what annoys most people about him. That is what annoys, and it's a fair gripe to have. It's a fair gripe to have that his injury problems mean he can't be relied on. I just believe that when you look at the role Thiago's supposed to play, it's not supposed to be week in, week out. Bayern Munich never done that. Barca never done that. You know who you buy, and we knew we bought an injury-prone player. You have to manage them based on those expectations, and we haven't managed Thiago well at all, and that's the difference. That's why I've got a little bit of sympathy for him. Made up for Elliott, he will play a big part next season. I agree. Harvey Elliott is boss. Harvey Elliott is boss, and I hope that he gets his chances next year. I don't necessarily think he's a midfielder, though. Let me just put it out there. I know he's played midfield all season. I don't think he's a midfielder. I want to see him get minutes on the wing next season as Salah's backup. But there's a proper player in Harvey Elliott. He's got a lot of disrespect he doesn't really deserve. Jones last game created the most chances, the most passes to the final third than anyone. Hope he can replicate it again. We're seeing Curtis Jones finally have a bit of confidence about himself and finally grow into the role and the player that we all expected him to be when he burst onto the scene. Oh, brilliant. Newcastle have scored now. Yep, fantastic. Oh, yep. I think it might be 3-1. Who knows? It's all gone horribly wrong. It's all gone horribly wrong for us. United are still winning. God's sake. Anyway, where are we? 8-0 Liverpool. Nunes hat-trick off the bench. I'd love that. Stefan Bajcetic is good. The CDM. Sorry, can't. Stefan Bajcetic is boss, and I think how he gets used next year will be really, really, really interesting. Really, really interesting, because I like a lot of Stefan. I really do. Do you think Ben Doak will be like Salah? I think it's a long time to wait for that, because I think Mo Salah is a unique player. But I believe that he's got the potential to be a starting right winger for Liverpool in the future, Ben Doak. He's got all the attributes you could want. The most worrying thing is Thiago's barely played and he's injured. Again, though, that's what we expect. It's what we expect. Own goal, Walcott, brilliant. Carvalho will be moved on, probably on loan. Thursday night season. I'll tell you what, though, as much as I believe that we can get top four, as much as I believe that, I wouldn't actually be opposed to Europa League next year, because it's in Dublin, so I could go for a decent little piss up for the final, and we should be making the final. Let me just make this clear. And obvious. Liverpool, if they are in the Europa League, should be winning the Europa League. That would be my minimum expectation, to win the Europa League. What's my score predictions? Let's do it now. 3-1 Liverpool or 3-0 Liverpool. I reckon there's going to be a couple of goals in it today for us. I think Diaz might even get one. The midfield next season should be Bajcetic, Thiago, Elliott and Trent. The midfield next season should be 3 players bought. That's what it should be. It should be 3 players bought. You should be buying in the likes of an Alexis McAllister. You should be buying the likes of a Ryan Gravenberch. You should be buying the likes of a who else would be linked to? A Mamadou Ugarte, a Nicola Barella. All these names, we need to be buying players of that ilk. We can't just keep relying on Jones and Elliott, because as good as they have been in increments and spurts, They're not reliable enough yet. What do you think of Nunes getting benched now? It's fine. He's still a young player adapting to the league. It happens. To be honest, I don't think we were planning on using him this much anyway. To start off with, I don't think he should have played as much as he has done. But I do believe that this new system, it's a bit of a different one for him, and maybe he just needs a bit of time to adapt. I'm not worried. If people are worried about it, I understand, but I'm not worried myself. I'm more than happy for him to be getting these limited minutes and just growing into it, because he's still having an impact off the bench, which is the big thing. Have you seen that Conor Bradley lad at Bolton? Top little player, top little player. Salah's cost Liverpool top 4 with the 2 pen misses. Yeah, it weren't great. Looking back at it now, it's not great. We're not getting top 4. You've got to believe, Ram. You've got to believe. 10 minutes left in that Villa game. Watch Ali Watkins. Do you believe Darwin will be the main 9 next year? I hope not, because I don't think he's a number 9. I think it should be Gakpo and Jota. I would not hate Europa League football. It's just 30 something that I hate a bit. I don't mind that. Ugarte, Gravenberch, McAllister, Fabinho, Jones, Elliott, and Henderson as our depth. I'd sooner keep Thiago as depth, because you're not going to get any money for him anyway, so you might as well just keep him. Who do I want Liverpool to sign in midfield? I want us to sign Ugarte. I want us to sign McAllister. And I want us to sign Thuram. Crepin Thuram from Nice. I'd love Barella, but I don't think Barella's going to happen, unfortunately. We missed Wijnaldum. The Wijnaldum pre-last year, or pre-his last year, yes. The Wijnaldum of his last year was awful. So we don't miss that version, but we miss prime Wijnaldum. Most teams would miss a prime Wijnaldum. We just never replaced him because we're idiots. Who's the best Salah replacement? Moussa Diaby from Leverkusen. What are we on here? I had a little bit in 2021 this time, no chance. You've got to believe, look. Let's just go have a look at United Aston Villa. It's still 1-0, 4 minutes to go. They've had an effort cleared off the line. You know, it could happen. Midfield for next season should be McAllister, Trent, and Caicedo. Trent should not be starting in midfield, and I will say this constantly. He needs to play that inverted role. Because that's how he ends up in the gaps and the pockets that he ends up in. That's where he needs to play. I'm getting more excited as more links to Ugarte. I'm actually going for the right players. Ugarte's class. Mamadou Ugarte is a top player. I've been big on Mamadou Ugarte as well for a long time. Big on Mamadou Ugarte for a long time. And I'm just happy that that's the type of player we're looking at, because he is a top player. Positive about Europa, more chance of getting tickets. Maybe. Julian Alvarez, what a striker. I wonder who told you, Ryan. I wonder who told you about Julian Alvarez. Who does he play with? Ugarte, Sporting, Lisbon in Portugal. Have you seen that Milner's going to Brighton? Yeah, it's a good move for him. It's a good move. I just don't think we should be letting him go and keeping Henderson, but it's what we're doing. Adeyemi, Kudus, Diaby for right wing. I think, honestly, Moussa Diaby's the one. If I had to replace Salah right now, right this second, it'd be Moussa Diaby. Wait, I don't want to be Salah's backup. Ben Doak is too young to be Salah's backup. Top 4 is over. We have done this inverted thing way too late. I blame Klopp for this season. Yeah, Klopp has to take a lot of blame for this season. Jurgen Klopp has got a lot of things wrong this season. My stance on Jurgen Klopp is clear. People know my stance. I've got a lot of shit for my stance, but my stance still remains the same thing. I have to wait to see if he changes what he does in the summer. If he doesn't, then I need him gone, because we cannot keep going back and back. Now, Ryan, don't think I forgot what you were saying in the preview to Liverpool Man City. Don't think I forgot all the stuff you were saying. Oh, he's not this good. He's not that well. It was a fluke in the World Cup. Alvarez is quality. What's this? Is Ugarte the CDM from Uruguay? Start sub sell. Suarez 13-14. Torres 12-13. I think you mean 07-08. Sturridge 13-14. Bobby 18-19. Right. Suarez 13-14 starts, because Suarez 13-14 is the best striker this club has had in the Premier League era. Then Bobby can go on the bench, and then the other two can get sold. Even though I loved Fernando Torres 07-08. That year he was immense. Third in the Ballon d'Or. But what Bobby was able to do in 17-18, 18-19, that was special. Those years of Bobby was special. He made everyone tick. He made everyone tick. Oh, you chatting about who cares about Bayern? Liverpool are going to play. Liverpool are going to play. This summer is crucial for Klopp's future at the football club. I'm Klopping if he gets the summer wrong, and we are in the same place next season. I will be Klopp out. My stance is clear. People know my stance. You can find it on TikTok. You can find it on YouTube. My stance is very clear. You can go find it on my Twitter. I've said enough on it. 4-0 Liverpool. I'd love 4-0. I reckon it'll be 3-0 or 3-1. But we should be getting the job done. I think we can hurt them in a lot of ways. I think Luis Diaz against Pedro Porro. I will be there. Front row seats. I cannot wait for that matchup. I cannot wait for Luis Diaz versus Pedro Porro. That will be a fun one for us to watch. But yeah. Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Who's the better duo? Suarez, Sturridge, or Mane, Salah? Mane, Salah. Suarez and Sturridge done it for 1.5 years. Mane, Salah were doing it for 5 years. 5 years. Are you going to the game? No, I couldn't get tickets this week. Could not get tickets this week. Who are you playing, Spurs? Tottenham Hotspur. Do you prefer Greg's or Diodo? Greg's is the best. Up Viva la Greg's. Do you remember when Chelsea fans were telling us Tuchel will have a greater legacy than Klopp? We were on the front lines with that. It's our PTSD we can share with the samurai. Honest to God. Like, I have a lot of respect for Thomas Tuchel. I think Thomas Tuchel is a top manager. But he was never achieving the same thing Jurgen Klopp achieved. Like, Jurgen Klopp is a truly special manager, and he deserves so much more respect than what he gets. Even though I've been one of the ones who's been calling for his head a little bit this season. Newcastle needs 6 points in 5 games to qualify. Nice as it stands, needs 8 points in 6 games to qualify. Yeah, United still get 7 points in those 6 games. Watch. We'll be fine. One would rather see Nunes through the middle next season because Klopp will change the system. I don't think Nunes is a striker, though. I don't think Nunes is a Liverpool striker because of how much link-up our strikers need to them. Anyway, look, I've got to go. I've got a pub to get to. I've got a game to watch. I've got some pints to get down me. What's this? McAllister, Caicedo, and Ugarte in midfield next season. I'd love that, but I don't think Caicedo's going to join. Have you seen the Arsenal fans are winning season of fluke? Arsenal fans don't fully understand just how good we were in 1920. That season gets way too much disrespect. We were special. We were a special team for those years. The system will be more dynamic next year. It should be once players have adapted to it more. 100%, it should be more dynamic. But it's what it is. We just gotta play it by ear and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there, everyone. I will see you all later on. You know what? I will come back later. I'll come back later for a match reaction at like 11 o'clock. But yeah, I'll see you all in a bit. Love you and leave you in a bit, everyone. Make sure you're following TikTok if you're not already. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube if you're not already. Liking the video if you've not already. Socials, all that. I'm all for this housekeeping stuff, but I'll see you all in a bit.